Hello, this is Bill Green with eMaint Enterprises. This is the training course, the new feature training course for version 10.3.4. In this new feature training course, we're going to go over the batch print console, and the enhancements made to the work order print manager and the work order print functions that give you the ability to print documents with your work order. So we'll start on the navigation page. Here you can see a new link in your account, the batch print console. What the batch print console shows is your batch job tracking. It'll show you the last 24 hours worth of PMs emailed, work orders sent to print, work orders emailed, and it'll give you the ability to download those if you do want to print them. As many of you might see, this has affected the work order print manager, so when you now print work orders using the work order print manager, the file ends up in that batch job tracking. So now we can go on. What the new feature allows us to do is the main part of the new feature release was the ability to print attachments to your work orders. So now if we go to the work order tab, brings us to our last work order that we're on, and if we scroll down to the bottom, you see here the work order documents table. What the work order documents table allows us to do is add links to this table, and what the links are links to PDFs hosted on a shared server of your choice or on the web somewhere. So as you can see, I have the first article. If I go to that value, is our crown, cork, and seal case study. If we go back, we also have our Uptime Magazine article of OCCG. So this is one. Now you can see the work order documents related tables here on the work order table. We also have this same documents table on your PM table and on your asset table. What that means is that if any documents you add to your asset, individual asset, any work order associated with that asset will print those documents out. Same goes for PMs. If you have specific documents on your PMs table or on a specific PM, and a work order automatically generates from that PM on your given schedule, those work orders will print with the PM documents. Or, as in this case, you can add the documents directly to the work orders themselves. So the work orders have three parts. The work order each documents table has three main parts. If we go to it, we have our unique ID, which differentiates it from the other documents. It's our key field, just like all of our tables have key fields. We have our link, which will tell in the printing process where to pull the information from. And we have our print with work order. This is a true-false field. If it's false, the document will not print with the work order. If it's set to true, the document will print with the work order. This same process goes along for our assets and our PMs. They have the same fields such as link, print with work order, the unique ID, either the work order number, the asset number, or the PM ID. And it comes standard with a description, which you can put in a description of what the article is. You can add fields and customize fields to this form as well. Now, like I said, if it's print with work order, if I hit edit, print with work order can be marked to false, and in that case, this OCCG article will not print with this document, with this work order. Now, as you can see, our link is saved here in a memo field. Only one link is allowed per value, so I cannot put in this link 3 or 4 times and have it print 3 or 4 times. If I want to add more, I have to save changes, edit, nope, go back, add new work order document, add the link I want to use there, change print work with work order to true, and I can put in a test description. Hit save and return, and that will show up down at the bottom as well. Now, when I go to print this, I have two of my documents listed as true, and one listed as false. So what this means is that the OCCG article will actually print twice right beneath the work order. So if I go to Actions, Print, now it's going to be gathering data for the work order print manager. It's also, while it's doing this, it's looking to see the documents that you have on your work order. If this was a PM work order, it's looking to see if there's any documents on the PM, and they're looking to see if there's any documents on your asset that it's associated with, asset 1041. So if we scroll down, we have our OCCG article once, and our OCCG article twice. Nope. And look, we have actually a Plant Services, our Cardinal Glass article in Plant Services magazine that's on there as well. So what does that mean? If we exit out of this work order. Now, before we exit out of the work order, I do want to point out that if we zoom in here, on the actual work order, see our work order prints out as usual with all of the related tables that we'd like to print out with it. Any headers or footers that you have will not affect the printing process. And then it goes to the very last page, and that's where it starts the document process and adding the documents. So if we exit out of this, so we did have that Cardinal Glass case study, and we gotta figure out where that came from, because we only have, so if we go to the 1041, the asset that this work order is associated with, and we scroll down, as you can see, this is where the Cardinal Glass case study came from. It's set to true, and you see it did print with the work order. Now if we go back to the navigation screen, we go to our batch print console. You can see here the work order we just went to print out is available for us just to click and download that file. So now we have the file we were just looking to print, saved here with all the attached documents as well. We close that. The batch print console will pop up in other areas. For example, if we go to the work order print manager, we have our work order print manager. We have our date range we want to see in the work orders. And we hit prepare to print. That gives us 14 work orders we want. So let's go to proceed with printing. When we hit proceed with printing, what it does is pops up our batch job tracking. You can see that our 14 work orders are being processed right now. We can close this out. We can return to main menu. We can take a look at some of our purchase orders, for example. Or maybe let's go over and take a look at some of our parts, our dashboards, all while our set of work orders are printing. So basically what I'm trying to demonstrate is the fact that you're able to go while your work orders are generating on that PDF to print out, you can go in then and do other things and then come back to the batch print console. And now that it's finished, we can click here to download and then scroll down. And as we scroll, you see all the work orders are printed out as normally. These ones don't have any documents. When we get to the bottom, so we actually start coming across work orders with documents. So work order 678. The work order finishes, and then there's a Cintas document attached to it. So as you can see, even using the work order print console, even using the work order print console, each document associated with each work order will print directly beneath the work order it's associated with. Now if we go to our PM Center, so we've taken a look at accessing the batch print console from the navigation page. We've printed a work order using strictly Actions Print button on the work order, and we've also used the work order print manager to print a group of work orders. Now the same theory, before I move into our PMs, let's go back to our work order screen. The same process works with email as well. So you'll see that when you email work orders out, if it's less than 1.5 megabytes, the printed version of the work order will be attached in the email, allowing you to download it or view it. If it's greater than 1.5 megabytes, it will give you a link in the email which will allow you to click the link, and that'll download the file for you on your computer. So you can email out these documents, these work orders, with the documents associated as well. And they'll show up the same exact way as we did when we went to the print. So let's go back to our PM Center and demonstrate the last way that this can be used. So if we go to our PM schedule and click on a random PM schedule, we scroll down, you see we have our PM documents table here. If we go to add, we have our PM ID, our unique ID. We can paste our OCCG link in there, change the print with work order to true, and we'll do another test OCCG description, and we'll hit save and return. And now that that's there, we can go to Actions, Manually Generate. Now, some of you are thinking that you do have workflows that trigger emails to be sent out with the attached work orders when a new work order is created, when a PM is generated. Many of our administrators out there do receive emails with the total group of your PMs that were generated that day. This whole process works the same exact way, but now if you did have documents attached to your work orders, they will be in those emails as well. So you can once again see your list of all your work orders that were generated, all your PM work orders that were generated, with any documents that you had attached to them. So as you can see here, there's no work order document there, but if we were to go to Actions, Print, now it's looking to see if there's any documents on this current work order. It's looking at the asset. If we hit OK, scroll down, you'll see our OCCG article beneath it because it's pulling from the PM that is associated with this work order. Now, if we go back to our PM Center, we go to Generate PM Work Orders. And let's say we want to generate all of our PM work orders through the end of the month. We'll go through the end of the next month. Generate future PMs, and we'll hit Proceed. So these are all of our upcoming PMs that are going to be due over the next 2 months. So then if we go to Generate PMs and hit Proceed. So now these PMs are generated, and you have two options. We can print these PM work orders, and we can email these PM work orders. Now when I hit Print these PM work orders, as you can see, the batch job tracking is here as well. So you can see now that we're in the batch job tracking and the PM generation is being done, to be able to print these, you'll see that when I manually generated the PM, it gave me the message here. And also, when I went to go print those that same PM, that one's there as well. Now, our PM generation has finished. We can click here to download. And you can see, for those of you who automatically generate your work orders, and you receive a file like this with the PM work orders in there, you'll see that it works the same way. If we have any documents attached to it as well, those documents will populate intermittently with the work orders and the PMs they're associated with. Now I want to specify that this new process that we now have, we're not hosting any documents for you. You can host the documents on a shared server. You can also use Rackspace. We do offer an option for that. You can contact our sales team to learn more information about that. We also have, and what Rackspace will do is it'll allow you to store these documents externally and allow you to link to them so you can use our these new work order print functionalities. We are going to begin rolling this out soon, so if you'd like, the rollout process has begun. And if you'd like this feature to be added into your account, please email support@emaint, EMAINT.com, or give us a call at 856-810-2700, extension 2 for the support line. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to give us a call and we'll be able to explain this a little further to you. Thank you and have a nice day.